The media has been filled with headlines screaming about a futuristic Traoré City rising in the heart of Burkina Faso, a city supposedly unlike anything West Africa has ever seen. But how much of it is true? And how much is just political theater or media hype? While mainstream outlets recycle unverified claims and social media spins wild theories, I went deeper. I cut through the noise, searched the facts, and what I uncovered is nothing like what you've been told. This channel doesn't chase clicks, it chases truth. If you want real insight, verified information, and fearless reporting, you're in the right place. Stay with me till the end, because the reality behind Traoré's megacity might just shock you. Since gaining independence in 1960, Burkina Faso has struggled with a deep-rooted housing crisis, a crisis that has only worsened with time. In the cities, overcrowded slums stretch for miles. In the countryside, families live in crumbling mud homes, passed down from generation to generation, patched together with hope and hardship. For decades, the promise of decent housing has been dangled in front of the people, but never delivered. Meanwhile, the political elites, ministers, generals, foreign-backed technocrats, live in opulence. Grand villas rise behind high walls in Ouagadougou, while others build lavish homes in Paris, Abidjan, or Dubai. All funded by state coffers, corruption, or cozy ties to the same foreign powers that keep Burkina Faso poor. For too long, this was the norm. The rich lived above the people, and the poor were told to be patient. But then came a shift. A change the elite never saw coming. A young soldier from the barracks, bold, unshaken, and unapologetically Pan-African, rose to power. Captain Ibrahim Traoré didn't come with polished speeches or foreign consultants. He came with a mission: to return dignity to the people, starting with the basics: land, housing, and ownership. For the first time in decades, someone in power was asking, why can't the people live in decent homes on their own land? And from that question, the idea of a megacity was born. In 2023, whispers of a massive urban development began circulating through Burkinabe media, a planned city that would represent the rebirth of the nation under a new vision. It wasn't long before Captain Ibrahim Traoré confirmed it himself. During a nationally televised address, he announced plans for a new city, one that would reflect the identity, values, and independence of Burkina Faso. He didn't call it Traoré City. That name was born on the streets and in online forums, but the idea caught fire quickly. The new city, according to state media reports and communications from Burkina Faso's transitional government, is to be built outside of the current capital, Ouagadougou. It would be designed as a modern administrative, residential, and economic hub. Early planning documents and public briefings highlighted key priorities: relocating major government ministries, providing affordable housing for public servants, using locally sourced building materials to support domestic industries, and integrating renewable energy systems, especially solar power. Unlike past governments that handed major urban projects to foreign companies, often at inflated costs, Traoré's administration made a bold declaration: this city will be built by Burkinabe hands, with Burkinabe materials, for the Burkinabe people. The project is being managed by the Ministry of Urban Planning and Housing, in partnership with national engineering firms and workers' unions. In April 2024, the first publicly released renderings and site maps confirmed the start of real activity. Land had been cleared, access roads marked, and early infrastructure laid out. Traoré City is more than a construction site, it is a national symbol. To the Burkinabe people, it represents a turning point. For the first time, development feels tangible and local. No longer are they watching foreign companies build overpriced buildings they'll never live in. Now, they're the ones building. And here's what's remarkable. The cost of the project is significantly lower than what similar projects would have demanded under Western contractors, without cutting corners on quality. Thousands of jobs have been created in the process, not just in construction, but in transportation, materials processing, energy, and agriculture. Beyond Traoré City itself, the president's administration is launching an ambitious series of parallel developments: solar-powered industrial zones in Bobo Dioulasso, new hospitals and clinics in underserved rural areas, fertilizer and mining cooperatives to restore national control over vital sectors. Traoré isn't just offering speeches. He's delivering results. And that's why public admiration is growing rapidly. Not because of slogans, but because people can see the change. As of today, the project is around 30% complete. Key zones have been cleared and mapped. Housing units are being assembled. Roads, power grids, and water systems are being connected. Once completed, the city is expected to provide affordable housing for thousands, easing the massive urban overcrowding in Ouagadougou and addressing the national housing shortage in one bold stroke. This is leadership in action, not in theory. And across the continent, eyes are turning toward Burkina Faso. Citizens in Mali, Niger, Togo, the DRC, and even Ghana are beginning to ask the question: if a small landlocked country, under sanctions and pressure, can build its own future, why can't we? Traoré is not just leading a government. He is modeling a new kind of African leadership: transparent, humble, bold, and people first. But with the rise of this bold new vision, came a flood of misinformation. You've likely seen them. Viral clips claiming skyscrapers are already complete, videos showing luxury towers and floating cities allegedly part of Traoré City. Many of those are fake, digitally generated or taken from other countries entirely. Let's be clear, Traoré City is not a shiny glass utopia. It is a practical, homegrown solution to real problems, and that is what makes it powerful. While others market illusions, Burkina Faso is laying foundations. There have been challenges, delays in supply chains, disputes over land use, but these are being addressed openly. Local communities are being compensated, and journalists have been granted access to report freely. Transparency is not just a slogan under Traoré, it is policy. And as misinformation swirls, this channel remains committed to cutting through the noise. To reporting what's real, what's verified, and what matters. So what does this all mean? It means something big is happening in West Africa. Something that goes beyond brick and cement. Burkina Faso is reclaiming its future, with its own hands. This project is proving that development doesn't have to come through the back door of foreign loans, with strings attached. It proves that African nations can build, not beg. That dignity is not a luxury. It's a right. This is not just about one city. It's about a nation stepping into a new era. A model that other African countries can look to, not for imitation, but for inspiration. And if you're tired of the noise, tired of fake news, and ready to hear the African truth, you're in the right place. Like this video. Share it with someone who still believes Africa can't rise. And subscribe, because no other channel tells African stories like this one. Burkina Faso is rising. Brick by brick. Truth by truth. And this is only the beginning.